or the Kynard's Collards.
Kynard's Collards. I like it. Could be something there. Watch out, Paula
The
D. Here we come.
The Kynard's Concussion. I mean, oh man, I got to re-say that one. It's the it's the Kynard's Concoctions. I can't say that word right now, so
I like Kynard's, dude. That's good.
I said the farm stew.
Oh, farm stew. Yeah, farm stew. Farm stew all day long. Woo-hoo.
All right. What a great recipe there you gave us. It was awesome. So now we're just going to go into our beer section kind of category for this question I'm going to ask you. And it's hopefully everybody will enjoy it. So why do you enjoy going to a tap house or brewery or both or?
So I think I like to go to either one of them. I think I'd much rather probably go to a brewery. I guess it's my first choice. So I'm going to go ahead and like put my marbles in that bag and go with a brewery. I think it's, and I wouldn't go to a brewery that I'm close to that's always been there and just constantly go to it. I kind of like going to different breweries. I think trying different things and trying to see what new people can come up with and different flavors because, it's amazing. It's like sometimes I wonder, like, can I taste all is there really a lot of difference in it? And like if you blindfolded me and put me a bunch of different IPAs, would I actually tell you there's a difference? I don't know. There's some that I can definitely tell. There's some that are really close, but I like that about breweries. And of course, if I find one that I really like, I'm going to go to it more. But it's nothing better than going with, I really enjoy going with you and my wife. I think it's fun. It's just a social kind of experiment on beer. And obviously made a few beers here and there. I know that you have dabbed in it as yourself. And so that's kind of cool to be able to appreciate the art of brewing and getting to taste that from a brewery. Sometimes when you go to a tap house, you're not as intimate with that. So I think that's why I like the brewery a little bit better. It's just the intimacy of, in the next room is where they fermented it. That's the next room where they created the wort. I mean, it's pretty exciting to me to know that I'm right there where that beer was made. So I kind of like that, and I appreciate what they do.
I hear you on that because my favorite is always going on a hike and then hitting a brewery afterwards. And that's always the best.
Yeah. And, our worst case scenario is if you go on a hike, you at least got to pack a beer or two.
You always have to pack a beer or two. Because, once you get to that destination at the end, you want to stop and relax. What's a better way to do it than with a beer?
And after all those calories you burn, you can move up from a light beer. You can start to get into a little heavier beer. You can really start to enjoy, a nice IPA, maybe even a stout just to celebrate. I definitely am motivated. Maybe that's why maybe every question I said earlier was just absolutely full of shit. And the only reason I hike is just to drink a beer at the end. And that's probably it. Maybe that's why I go to work, so I can drink a beer at 5:00 when I get done. That's probably my motivation. It all makes sense now.
So beer is your motivation for life.
Yeah. Let me say this. The only thing that is not a motivator is what I'm scared of in the wild, and that is still my mom. I'm still coming out of there okay, but damn it, I'm gonna drink when I get home safe. That is, I'm telling you right now. I'm coming home safe and I'm drinking. Hey, Mom, I made it. I'm at the brewery. That's a good night for me.
You'll be hiking along the trail and all of a sudden you turn the corner and there's your mom holding a beer for you.
And she would too, man. She would.
Oh, man. That's priceless right there. That's awesome. All right. So at the end of this, I wanted to end with something different.
Okay.
And I'm going to end with a quote. If it speaks to you, please describe why. If it doesn't, then say, whatever, Jeff. I don't care. But this quote, hold on. Let me get my pronunciation up again.
Oh, boy.
Jurg. All right. Was it Ian? Jurg. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So this quote is by an author by the name of Sonia Jurg. And it goes, hiking's not for everyone. Notice the wilderness is mostly empty.
Ha! That really speaks to me. Actually, it is interesting enough to think about what you said on a previous podcast, which was how you enjoyed the fact that when you go onto a hike that you've walked on territory or you've seen things that most people don't get to see, and that it is really empty and it is can be isolating as a hobby. It's a very isolating hobby at times. But it is also very shocking that people don't realize the benefit of it so quick. How what the purpose of it really is, and actually that's where we came from. We came from that isolation, and we got this big, and we built these cities, and we created these hubs and stuff. And you can't forget where you come from. And I think the fact that isolation, the wilderness, which is when you define wilderness, I think you think of wild and just crazy, but that's not what wilderness really is. It's intimate and it's quiet and it's peaceful. And so I think it's a very interesting, perspective, and I really like it. I wouldn't say that I would tattoo it on my right thigh, but I really enjoy.
It's not going to go on your back now, is it?
Nope.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like that quote. I'm glad you found some symbolism in there like I thought of when I read it. To me, it spoke to me as well. And I would like to say again, it's author Sonia Jurg, and it's SonjaYoerg. I just found it off the internet, just did a quick search on Google for inspirational outdoor quotes, and I saw it. I liked it. I figured I wanted to throw it out there and see what Aaron thought about it. So that's the end of all my questions right there. You did really well, Aaron. Your answers were very unique in your own way as you are, and I appreciate that about you, brother.
All right. Thank you for staying to the end with us today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Catch us on the next episode, episode 3. We'll air that in 2 weeks. And we have some good stories and some adventures now that you know us that we can't wait to tell you. Again, if you need to look for us, find us at the TheTaleBlazers. And that's at the TaleBlazers. Check us out. Let us know what you like. And always, please subscribe, like it. It helps us, and give us feedback when you can. We appreciate each one of you guys. Thank you.